Hey everyone, welcome back to this channel. This side Rajalakshmi Singham. So far in this series, we have already installed CustomTkinter, learned the right way to structure your applications, and even we played with the pack and grid layouts. So now in this episode, let's go one step further where we're gonna learn the foundation of every CustomTkinter application, which is creating the main window. Sounds simple, but trust me, if you get this right, everything else becomes much easier. So in Custom Tkinter, the CTK class is the big boss. So it creates the main application window. And here is the golden rule. In every application, there should be only one CTK window running. If you want more windows later, don't worry, you'll use something called CTK top level. But for now, let's just stick to the main one. Okay, let's look at the basic version. So import custom Tkinter and equal to custom Tkinter.ctk. And now you just have to give app.geometry, give it maybe 600 by 500 width and height. And app.title, let's give it a title. And you just have to give maybe example window. And you will write all the items or widgets here, app widgets. It could be button, text box, whatever. And now you just have to app.main loop. So here is the simple example without using classes, and you will see it works, but it's not the cleanest way. Not too bad, right? A window pops up, we can set the size and give it a title. But as your app grows, this style quickly gets messy. So let's do it the recommended way. So all you have to do is class app custom tkinter.ctk and initialize it. And just give super init and self dot geometry. Let's give 400 by 200 for now. Self dot title, example window. And you will write widgets here. And then let's create a basic button. So self dot button. Custom tkinter.ctk button. And inside that, you can give self and text. Click me. Command self dot button click. So we have to create this button click. And now we have to place it, and I'm using grid here, self dot button dot grid row equal to 0, column equal to 0, and just give pad x 20, pad y 10. Now let's work on this button click. So all you have to do is method for button click, def button click self, print button clicked. Yeah, and just give app equal to app and app.main. Now when you run it, I made a mess again. I think indentation problem. So I just created a window. So if you observe the style of this program, it looks much better. We have got our main window and we created a button inside it. And when we click it, it prints the button clicked. So the cool part is later we can add more methods, more widgets neatly inside this class itself. All right, let's quickly talk about some handy tricks for controlling the window. So you can change the background color with foreground color. So all you have to do is just give app.configure foreground color equal to maybe give anything. 4FA88. So I gave it green. Let's just check. See, the background is changing. Now, if you want it a pure white color, you can do that also by just giving FFF. Now it's looking better. Okay. And also we can get the current value of any property with just using .cget method. Like it could be anything. Like for example, you can just print app.cget. You can just give foreground color. So what it will do is it will get the value of foreground color and it will print. So when you print it, see it is showing us the actual color. What is the color code of the window? And also we can change the geometry by doing something like this. So 600, 400 example. We have 600 by 400 and we can add plus 100 plus 50. We can configure the size of the window. It's nothing but the X position and the Y position. So if you run it, see it actually changed. It actually added x-axis 200. That means now it is 700 and the 400 became 450. So that is what happened here. And also we can keep the size, minimum size and maximum size of the window. It could be something like here, app.min size using this method. You can keep the minimum 300 to 300 by 200 And also the maximum size, you can give 800, 600. When you run this, so the minimum size will be 300 by 200. So the width will be 300 and height will be 200. So this is the minimum size. This is the minimum size, nothing but 300 by 200. And the maximum size is 800 by 600, which is the actual size. So this is the maximum size, 800 and 600. Something like this. And also we can make it either resizable or not. So what we can do, you can just have to give app.resizable. So width is true and height is false. You cannot change the height, but we can change the width. See, the height you cannot change it. Width you can change it to maximum size, that too. So this is what you can do. And also we can run something after few seconds. We can do that also. So something like app dot after, use this after method. So 2000 lambda, you can print hello. 2000 is nothing but 2 seconds. Hello after 2 seconds. So when you run this, so after 2 seconds, you see print hello after 2 seconds. So this is what happens. So you can do something like use after method in that, give after how many seconds or how many minutes you want it to be run. And then you use this lambda where you print, where you give whatever you want it to be done. Something like that. And also you can even hide the window and even minimize and even the restore the window using these methods. Something like hiding, sorry, hiding, minimizing, and restore. So what you can do is hiding is nothing but app.withdraw, and minimize is nothing but you use a method called iconify. So it looks like an icon. And restore, de-iconify. So it will restore to the original size. So let's go step by step. So let's see app.withdraw. Now you cannot see the application, but it is running in the background, but you cannot see the application. So this is what app.withdraw do. Now let's do app.iconify. It is running, but you cannot see it. And de-iconify. So de-iconify is nothing but it is making the icon reappear. So the difference between iconify and the withdraw, iconify, think of it as minimizing the window. The app is still visible in the taskbar or dock. It could be Windows or Mac or Linux, but you can restore it by clicking the icon or with de-iconify method. But coming to the withdraw, this one completely hides the window. The app disappears from the screen and even the taskbar or the dock. It's still running in the background, but the user can't bring it back unless your program does it. So you restore it manually by de-iconify. So that's the difference. So app.withdraw hides window completely and app.iconify just minimizes the window. It's something like Iconify will say that send me to the taskbar but keep me visible there. And withdraw hides me like a ninja. Don't even show me in the taskbar, something like that. And now you can also check the window state. So you can do that print app.state. So it will show you the like is that a normal state or iconic state or withdrawn state. So like for example, if you run this one, now for example, the app is in the withdraw state. So you cannot see it, but you can check the state of the application. It's in the withdrawn state. Okay. What if it is in iconify state? Iconic state. Okay. What if it in de-iconify state? Now you can see it's a normal state. So this is what we can do with this window. So with just creating a window, you have learned many things. Okay, so let's quickly wrap this up. So what we did, we use CTK for your main window, only one per application. And what you did, structured your application with classes. Trust me, you will thank yourself later as you go. And you also worked on geometry, min size, and max size to control your window. And also, and don't forget about handy methods like withdraw, iconify, and de-iconify, and even the after. That's the foundation of every custom Tkinter application. And in the next episode, we'll explore how to add multiple windows using CTK top level as we go step by step. And if you found this video helpful, drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Alright, see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.